guys, thank you for joining me. My name is Shena Major and I'm your life coach. On this channel, I help people who are hurting, who are in pain, and who are healing from unhealthy relationships. So if that sounds like something that you're dealing with, go ahead and subscribe so when I do post videos you can get them, or hit the notification bell so you can get them. Alright, so in this series we've been going through the different pillars to help you heal, and this week we're talking about week 6, and the thing we're going to focus on is something called Euphoric Recall. So what I want to do is just go ahead and read to you what is actually outlined in the workbook, so you get all the information without me forgetting anything, and if I need to, I'll go ahead and comment on it. But it says this: often I wondered why I kept thinking about the narcissist in my life at the time after I made the decision to leave the relationship. I knew he was not good for me, but I continued to think about getting back together with him all the time. I decided to dig around and try to find out the answers as to why this kept happening to me, and I came across something called Euphoric Recall. I learned the reason I kept going back was because I would have cravings for the narcissist's behavior. My focus was on the good times we had together while forgetting all the bad treatment. And this is something that makes perfect sense to me now, because when you're in a situation where you're thinking about ending a relationship, it becomes difficult because you do remember all the fun you had together and all the laughter and all the good times, and we dismiss anything that brought us pain or hurt us because we don't want to give up that good feeling or those happy moments, because it's hard to separate when you're in love with someone or in a relationship where you want it to work really badly, so you just tend to remember everything that was good and dismiss all the pain that the person's bringing into your life. It says here, according to Wikipedia, euphoric recall is a psychological term for the tendency of people to remember past experiences in a positive light, while overlooking negative experiences associated with that event or person. Individuals may become obsessed with recreating the remembered pleasures of the past. And again, you paint the person is painted in a positive light because all you're thinking about is the good things that keep you in the situation you're in, even though you know it's not good for you. And it takes time to want to separate yourself and break away from a relationship like this. So remember, I always say be kind with yourself and be gentle with yourself and be patient, but keep reading and keep working and keep focusing on healing and becoming stronger. And also the importance of loving yourself first, because when you do that, you won't want to be in a situation anymore where you're allowing someone to hurt you, because you love yourself too much for that. It says here, the brain is wired to avoid pain and suffering. This is why you keep wanting to remember how good it felt at certain times in the relationship. You want to relieve that experience again instead of working through the pain of the breakup. The brain is doing nothing wrong by wanting to protect you from pain and suffering. And this is a good thing. The brain wants to keep us from hurting. It wants to keep us from suffering and keep us from pain. So it wants us to naturally remember all the good times we've had with the person. So when you're making that decision to leave, your brain automatically goes back to good times. But this can be dangerous because you're leaving yourself vulnerable for something to happen. And you never know when that time is going to be. You could be in a situation where the person you're with is physical with you, and you made it out of that and you've gotten back to the space where everything's fine and you're back to the good times rolling around. But the next time an episode occurs, it could cost you. It could cost you. And that's what we don't want to happen. That's what we're trying to avoid. It says, in instances of abuse, this can be dangerous because it's pulling you back into a harmful situation. The cravings for the narcissist can become so overwhelming as you're recovering from the relationship that you start craving that feeling we would get as a result. You start to crave that feeling you would get during that love bombing phase. So again, it's so much easier to want to stay because your brain is, you're so emotionally tied to the person. You're craving the good times. You're craving that feeling you got when they were nice to you and loving and caring, or showering you with gifts, or telling you how wonderful you are. And that doesn't last long in most situations. And this topic is so tough because we're human, right? We have feelings, and we want to be loved, and we want to be cared for. But once again, the most important thing is to love yourself and honor yourself, and who God created you to be. And yeah, that's really what I want to have come across on this channel is you're worthy of being treated well. But until you believe that I deserve to be treated better, you won't be. You'll keep allowing someone else to hurt you for the sake of having someone in your life. And we have to start to get used to loving ourselves. That's what I had to do. I had to realize I'm okay just by myself, and I don't need another person in order to be okay. Even if that person isn't treating me right, it was just the fact that I had someone there. But I had to say no more. I had to learn that I was better than that, and you are too. The last little paragraph here says, one of the best ways not to give in to euphoric recall is to write down all the abusive things that were said and done and read them often. And this is huge. If you get a regular piece of paper or a beautiful journal, write down in there the things that the person has done to you that has caused you pain, and just list them and keep them close by. So when you start to miss the person, or crave the person, or want to be around the person, or get back together with the person, you can actually pull out your paper and read the things they've done that have caused you pain. And this will help you get the distance you need as you're growing stronger. Remember, it says here, you are strong and no longer need to be manipulated by the person hurting you. Instead, you can build a life that is worthy of you, discovering your true identity and being free from the abuse of an unhealthy relationship. So that's just the beginning of week 6. And in this week, there's a lot of lessons and a lot of activities. So if you want to dive deeper, go ahead and check out ShenaMajor.com and book a free call with me and see if working through the 7 pillars, the whole 12 weeks, is something that would work for you right now. If not, we can just get on a call and have a chat. So I'm here doing my best to convey these messages and make these videos for you guys. I really care. My heart is there. And just know that you are worthy, you are valuable, and your life matters. And every day, do something that's going to build that confidence and keep you strong. Allow yourself to look at that paper, even though it's painful, and say, I'm better than this piece of paper. I'm better than the things that this person has done to me, and I can stand up for myself. I can become strong, And a big part, too, for me has been allowing God to be in my life and to help me realize that because He sees me as valuable, I am, even if I couldn't at the time when I was so deep in the unhealthy relationships. So that's the video for today, you guys. I hope it was helpful. And until the next one, take care of yourselves. Love ya. Bye.